What's up, everybody? Krakenol here, and today is the final day of previews. Now I think people can start opening their boxes and stuff and posting it on YouTube, so that'll be fun to start watching. I can't wait to use this little setup and open mine when we get it, but I just want to thank everybody for helping me regrow the Krakenol channel from the Krakenol channel. If you haven't watched one of my previous videos that kind of go over what all happened, go ahead and watch one of those ones that we posted a couple days ago. I want to thank everybody for the 27 subscribers since we started doing this Marvel stuff, and these last two videos were my most two popular videos on this new channel, so I have a feeling this channel can go above and beyond what we used to do on Marvel Snap. Now, let's get into this one. This one hit quick. The Crim video was a little long, and it took a while to get up on the MTG gallery. This one hit like that, and so we got some of the higher quality images. So let's get going. We've seen T'Challa, Black Panther, 1 green, white, 2/2, legendary creature, human, noble hero. Whenever T'Challa enters or attacks, create a tap vibranium token, and then whenever you cast an artifact spell with mana 4 or greater, put 2/1/1 counters on that. Two-Tone Terry, thank you for coming into the video and being a friend from work. We got Shuri, the Black Panther, green and white, 2/3, lifelink. Whenever Shuri attacks, draw a card. If you control 3 or more artifacts, then if you draw 6 or more artifacts, creatures you control get 2/2 into the end of turn. And Bast Panther Goddess, 2 green, white, 4/4, legendary creature, cat god. Reach, trample, indestructible. Bast can't attack or block unless you control 3 or more creatures, and whenever you attack, target attacking creature gets XX to the end of turn, where X is the number of creatures you control. I feel like I would put Shuri at the helm of this deck, just because you're playing an artifact deck already with T'Challa in the deck. We kind of talked about this in the other Black Panther video on the channel. But then she's got, like, if you have 6 or more, your creatures get 2/2 into the end of turn. Granted, Shuri does have to attack. I just don't feel like the payoff for T'Challa is worth it. You're just getting, like, 2/1/1 counters, but he doesn't have, like, tap to remove any of them. He doesn't have First Strike or Vigilance or anything else to do with the 2/1/1s. You're just making a bunch of Vibranium, which feeds into Shuri, or... Now, Bast, Reach, Trample, Indestructible is pretty good on a Commander, because there are more exile effects in Commander than there are in, like, 60-card formats. But I guess this one's more creature-based, and these other two are more artifact-based. But as we go through the deck, we'll see, because I haven't read any of these cards. Maybe there's, like, a 1/1 creature and an artifact sub-theme, maybe token theme going on. So... there you go. Martial Coup. X white white. Create 1 X 1/1 white soldier tokens. And if X 5 more, destroy all creatures. That goes pretty good with the Bast. Vanquish the Horde. 6 white white. Also a reprint. This costs 1 less for each creature on the battlefield. It's kind of like Blasphemous Act. Destroy all creatures. Everett K. Ross. I believe we saw this one in the Heroes one. Maybe not. Maybe this was main set. 2 and a white. 1/3. Nope, it's not. Commander creatures you control have lifelink. Yeah, I think we saw this one in the Heroes deck. And then whenever 1 or more opponents attack you with 2 or more creatures, draw a card. Pretty good. Pretty great. Gives your commander you choose the 1/1 and lifelink. Loyal Retainers, 2 and a white, 1/1. Sacrifice this creature. Return target legendary creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Activate only during your turn before attackers are declared. Good card. Ingenious Smith, 1 and a white, 1/1. When this creature enters, look at the top 4 of your library. You may reveal an artifact card from among them and put it on your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of any order. When 1 or more artifacts you control enter, put a 1 counter on this creature, and it triggers once per turn. So it does grow, and I guess it would grow every turn if you do have the main card, the main T'Challa in here. And card selection's fine. It's a fine one, or fine drop to keep in the deck, I believe. Royal Talon Fighter Jet, X white white, artifact vehicle, 1/1, flying. It enters with X 1/1s. When this vehicle enters or attacks, create a number of 1/1s equal to the number of 1/1 counters on it. And it enters or attacks. So yeah, I mean, if you're playing Bast and some of these like tokeny things, I think that might be more of a direction to go. But I know that I have a bunch of artifact slides, so I mean, we're getting there. This is an artifact. The next one's an artifact. Midnight Angel Armor. This is sweet. 3 white white. I love the art on this. When this equipment enters, create X11 white soldier token. Create a 1/1 white soldier token, and then attach this equipment to it. Equip creature is 3/3 flying and vigilance 3. I think the equip cost is a little high, and it's 5 mana for a 4/4 flying vigilance, which that's not terrible. The equip cost is a little high if it falls off, but fits the deck. It's an artifact. It makes a 1/1, so it triggers all 3 of the face commanders there in some form or fashion. Dora Milaje Elite, 1 and a white, 2/2, first strike human warrior. When this creature enters, if an opponent controls more lands than you, create a tap vibranium token. Sacrifice this creature, legendary permanents you control gain indestructible. Great card. Dora Milaje protects the king. Fits thematically as well. Hatut Zareze Strike Force. Butchered that one. 3 and a white, 2/2. Human Spy Warrior. Whenever you cast a spell, copy it for each time you cast your commander from the command zone in this game. Probably pretty good with all of them, but Shuri's cheaper. When this creature enters, destroy up to 1 target artifact or enchantment. I can see that staying in the deck as well. King Solomon's Frogs, 3 and a white, legendary artifact, flash. When King Solomon's Frogs enter, if you cast it for each opponent, exile up to 1 target permanent that player controls with value 3 or greater. For each permanent exiled this way, its controller draws a card. So you do get to exile something from each opponent. I like board wide, opponent wide, as you guys probably know by now. 3 or greater is actually pretty good. Normally things like that are 3 or less or 4 or greater, so 3 or greater is good. You do get to let them draw a card. I can see this going into like Bumbleflowers and Hippogriffs and Group Hug style decks too. And you can exile this and become the Monarch, which I think there was a small Monarch theme in here that I thought was pretty cool, which definitely fits Wakanda. Looks like reprint, reskinned orbital vibranium bomb, 3 white, artifact sack. This artifact destroy all permanents except for artifacts and lands. Activate only during your upkeep. Fits the deck. So far, this deck feels far more like synergistic with all 3 things going on than like the Doom one did. The Doom one was kind of pulling in a bunch of different directions. I feel like this one and the Fantastic Four are pretty well cohesive so far. Queen Mother Ramonda, 3 white, 3/5, legendary creature, human noble. When Queen Mother Ramonda enters, you become the Monarch. As long as you are the Monarch, or creatures with power 2 or less cannot attack you. That's pretty good. Divine Visitation. This is a reprint. Mythic. 3 white. If 1 or more creature tokens would be created under your control, that many 4/4 white angels instead. It's like when the Dora Milaje got their sweet armor on, and it makes one of the same tokens kind of as that artifact back there. The Spear of Bashenga, 4 and a white, legendary artifact equipment. When the Spear of Bashenga enters, if there is no Monarch, you become the Monarch. Equipped creature gets 2/2 and has vigilance. When equipped creature attacks the Monarch, destroy target tap non-land permanent that player control. So if somebody takes the Monarch from you and you attack the Monarch, yeah, you just have to attack the Monarch. Then you get to destroy a non-land permanent. I think this card is great. It's got a lower equipment cost too, for the like effect that it's doing. If the Midnight Armor Angel like made one of these 1/1s when you attacked, I think it'd be much better. But still, this card's great. Birds of Paradise reprint, 1 and a 0/1 at flying, add 1 mana of any color. That's sick. Kind of fits like Wakanda, right? Wakanda Forever, 4 and a green, sorcery. Reveal the top 6 of your library. You may put a permanent card from among them onto the battlefield with an indestructible counter. You may put a permanent card from among them into your hand. With you may put a permanent card from among them onto the battlefield. You may put a permanent card from among them in your hand. So you got 1 on the battlefield, 1 in the hand for 6. There was one of the Avengers Assemble. That card was a little better than this, I think. But that one was only for heroes. But you do have quite a few heroes, so maybe you want both. But I do feel like Avengers Assemble would be good in here too. I can already see like 3 heroes on this board alone. Okay, Nakia, Wakandan Operative, 2 and a green, legendary creature, human, warrior, hero, reach. Whenever your commander enters, you become the monarch. I'm really digging all this like monarch, 1/1s. There is an artifact theme. I feel like it's more of a monarch tokensy theme so far, but I'm loving how synergistic. Like I shuffle up and just play this deck like right out of the pre-con. Zuri Warrior. Oh yeah, sorry. Nakia is 2 tap, put 2/1/1 counters on target creature or vehicle. Only as a sorcery. Zuri Warrior of Wakanda. 1 and a green, legendary creature, human, warrior, hero, trample. Whenever you cast an artifact spell with mana 4 or greater, put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. Okay, that's pretty good too. Goodness me, oh my. 2 green artifact. When you may play an lands from your graveyard, choose target non-land permanent card in your graveyard. If you haven't cast a spell this turn, you may cast that card. If you do, you can't cast any additional spells this turn. So it's recursion, it's land recursion. It is a reprint. Conduit of Worlds is cool art. Wakabi, Shield of the Nation, 1 and a green, 2/3. Legendary creature, human, warrior, hero, vigilance. Whenever you attack with your commander, if you control an artifact with mana value 4 or greater, create a 4/4 green rhino token with trample. That's sick. It's very thematic. I love the Wakandan rhino riders. Fight for the Throne, 1 and a green, instant, 1/1 counter on target creature you control, then it fights target creature an opponent controls. When the creature an opponent controls dies this turn, if you control your commander, become the monarch. Love it. Greater Good, 2 green. Sack a creature, draw cards equal to the sacrificed creature's power, and then discard 3. That's a reprint also. Astral Communication, 1 and a green. Sorcery, whenever you cast this spell while you control your commander, copy this spell. You may choose new targets for the spell. Return target permanent card from your graveyard to your hand. Cheaply costed, fits thematically. I like it. M'Baku, Jabari Chieftain, 1 green, 4/3, legendary creature, human, noble, warrior. Freaking sick art, goodness gracious. At the beginning of your end step, if there is no monarch, target opponent becomes the monarch, so you can choose political. Whenever a creature attacks one of your opponents, if that player is the monarch, that creature gets 1/1 and gains trample to the end of turn. I love this deck. I love this deck. Overwhelming Stampede, 3 green. Until the end of turn, creatures get XX for X the greatest power. It's just an overrun effect. Reprint. We'll skip the ones we've gone over, like Bast and Shuri, but we got T'Chaka, Vulnerable King, green and a white, 2/2, legendary creature, human, noble, hero. When T'Chaka enters, mill 3 cards, then you may put an artifact or a land from among them milled into your hand. Exile this card from your graveyard, you become the monarch. Only if you control your commander. Okay, I think it's good. I think it stays. Fleecemane Lion, reprint as Wakandan War Panther. That's awesome. 2 green and a white for 3/3, Monstrosity 1. But as long as it's monstrous, it has hexproof and indestructible. Storm, 3 green, white, 4/5, flying, legendary creature, mutant, noble, hero. See, we got so many heroes. Avengers Assemble goes in this deck. Whenever Storm attacks until end of turn, another target attacking creature gains flying and gets XO, where X is Storm's power. So it's going to get 4/0 to start. Whenever a creature with flying attacks you, Storm deals damage equal to her power to that creature. We've seen it, but it's sick. I think it stays in the deck. It just kind of gives you like a blocking without blocking, I guess. I mean, it can deal damage to creatures with flying. So, like if you have like a guy playing a Locust God and a bunch of 1/1 flyers in the air, this just kills all of his 1/1 flyers. So, great. Okoye, mighty and adorned, 2 green, white, legendary creature, human, warrior, hero. This one could also be your commander. So when she enters, you become the monarch. At the beginning of combat on your turn, put a 1/1 counter on target creature. Whenever that creature attacks the monarch, this turn, it gains double strike and trample. So kind of like the sword. Somebody steals the monarch from you, you attack them. Now you're getting a bonus because you lost the monarch, so you can regain the monarch. Sick. Okay, lots of artifacts in this deck because it does have the artifact sub-theme. We got Whisper Silk Cloak reprint, 3 quick creature can't be blocked and has Shroud. That's a pretty nice card, pretty nice. I kind of want to take this out and put it in my Iron Man deck. I forgot about that. Um, Nayami class mothership 6. It's 5/7 artifact vehicle flying vigilance haste. Whenever this vehicle deals combat damage to a player, look at the top card of your library. If it's a permanent, you may put it on the battlefield. If you don't put it onto the battlefield, put it in your hand. Yeah, I feel like that's pretty good. A lot of spells in this deck, but there's also just like a lot of like a spell enabler or a token enabler spells. But I do feel like this can stay in the deck. There's a lot of cards like I think just can stay in the deck. Thran Dynamo 4. It's a Vibranium Dynamo. Taps for 3. Just a reprint. I never really play Thran Dynamo in my deck, so probably cuttable, but it is an artifact with forward raider, so it triggers a few things in the deck. Helm of Hosts, sick reprint. At the beginning of combat on your turn, create a token copy of equipped creature, except it isn't legendary. That gains haste. I think you take this card out and put it in like the Loki deck too, or you can put it in the villains deck. I think that's a pretty cool card to have in there. Captain deck. Gilded Lotus reprint 5. Tap for 3 mana. Black Panther Claws 4. This is a Hammer of Nazan. Whenever Black Panther's Claws or another equipment you control enters, you may attach that equipment to target creature you control. So that's a pretty good reprint too. Metalwork Colossus 10/10. This spell costs X less, where X is the total mana value of non-creature artifacts you control. So this can be free. Sacrifice 2 artifacts, return this from your graveyard to your hand. Also a pretty cool reprint. I'm not sure the value of that, but pretty cool. Vibranium Strike Gauntlets, so Shuri's Gauntlets. 4 flash artifact equipment. Whenever this equipment enters, attach it to target creature. Love it already. Equipped creature has 3/0 and has trample. When this creature deals combat, draw a card. Dude, that card's sick. Yeah, I want this card too. I have the Titan of... I always call it Titan of Invention, and I'm probably going to call it Titan of Invention again. The Tony Stark deck. That I have him built as like a Voltron commander, so I have a lot of equipment. I might rebuild him as the Captain America. It's Titan of Innovation, not Titan of Invention. But yeah, I kind of want to put that in the deck because it gives me 3/0 trample and draws a card. You got your Soul Ring, your Arcane Signet, reprints. You kind of see those in every commander deck, which those both are freaking sick. Vibranium Mining Mech 4 trample vehicle. 6/6. Whenever this vehicle enters or attacks, create a tap Vibranium token. You can give the vehicle 1/0 to the end of turn. I guess if you're making a bunch of those Power Stones, Vibranium Stones, you could add a lot of mana to pump into this, but probably cuttable. Panther Robot 10, 8/8. Affinity for artifacts, so okay, reach trample. This is probably coming out for like 0 to 1. Pretty good. Cool. Solemn Simulacrum reprint 4/2/2. When it enters, go search for a basic. When it dies, you draw a card. Coveted Jewel reprint 6 artifact. When this artifact enters, draw 3 cards. Add 3 mana of any color. Whenever one or more creatures attack an opponent controls attack you and aren't blocked, that player draws 3 cards and gains control of the artifact. Kimoyo Beads 4. At the beginning of your end step, choose one that hasn't been chosen. AV Bead draws a card. This is at every turn. Communication Bead, create 2 1/1 white soldiers, and you gain Prime Bead. You gain 3 life. Exile this artifact. Return to the battlefield under control. Beginning of each end step. Dude, that's a sick card too, man. I think this can go just like a lot of, especially like Riz Redeemed and like all that, those kind of cards like that. Black or Panther Habit 4. Artifact equipment. If equipped creature would be dealt damage, prevent that damage and put that many 1/1 counters on. Good lord. A lot of good equipments in this deck. Skybreaker Sword of Bashenga 2. Sword of the Animist. Yeah, that's a good reprint. That was just reprinted in Final Fantasy, but man, that's a good reprint. 1/1, whenever equipped creature attacks, you may search your library for a basic land, put it in there, tapped. Like I said, a lot of good equipment. Shuri Fabricator 4 artifact. When this artifact enters, create 2 tapped Vibranium tokens, and then you can return target artifact from your graveyard to the battlefield with a finality counter. Activate only as a sorcery. Okay. We got a Panther Idol Mind's Eye rescan. Whenever an opponent draws a card, you may pay 1 and draw a card. Trading Post reprint. Discard a card, gain 4 life, pay 1 life, get a goat, sacrifice a creature, which is probably your goat. Return target artifact from your graveyard to your hand, and then sacrifice an artifact, draw a card. Pretty good. It gets cut from a lot of decks, but it's cool to see, especially with the art. Art-shaped herb for if a sword an opponent controls would deal damage to you, prevent one of that damage. And then sacrifice this artifact. You may sacrifice a creature. If you do, return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control with 3 1/1 counters on it, and you become the monarch. So that can just like save a creature and have it come under and bring it back, and then you become the monarch. Ah, we hit the lands. Okay, so just a bunch of green, white lands since it's only a 2-color deck. We ended up getting the, let's see, we got Fortified Village, Canopy Vista, Razorford, Sun Petal, Scattered Groves. We got the Bountiful Promenade, which is another one of the Battle Bond lands, Great Reprint, and Sungrass Prairie. Not much you can do with the green white except for give us like, a shock or some surveil lands, etc. But we got the Great Mound. Tap colorless 3, tap create a Vibranium, or tap 6, draw a card, just a utility land. We also have Throne of the High City, which is cool. 4, sack it, become the monarch, and just your Wakandan command tower. Yeah, we made it to the end of all the precons, guys. I put one out right before this video. I don't know if the timing's bad on that, but I put out the video for the Doom precon upgrade. I'll probably go backwards now and start working through some of the other ones while we were waiting for pre-release and boxes to open. Got to fill in that gap, right? Let me know what kind of content you want to see down below. I'm willing to just make whatever is coming. If you guys want me to start jumping on Arena now and playing, I play like mostly historic, but I'm gonna probably start playing some standards so I can play with my Marvel cards, etc. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. You guys have been doing great with the comments, the likes, and we've gone up plenty of subscribers. So just keep that hype train rolling. And if you guys don't know, I also am on twitch.tv/Krakenole. I will be going live there as we're playing Arena. I'll probably chop up some of that to make YouTube videos out of. All right, guys. Catch you on the next one. Peace.